God message today. In the quiet hours of twilight, beneath the shifting sky of Valimir, a revelation stirred in the soul of Kaelan, the one whose life has long been intertwined with yours in ways neither of you could fully comprehend. Last Solara's day, as the wind whispered through the trembling pines, something sacred unfolded. It wasn't coincidence. It wasn't luck. It was the orchestration of the divine. That evening, Kaelan saw beyond the veil that time and distraction had draped across their eyes. It was not your beauty or your presence that first caught their breath. It was your essence, Elira, the core of you, the truth etched into your spirit like ancient stardust waiting to be remembered. And oh, how they remembered. They remembered the way your laughter sounds like the echo of hope in a storm-scarred valley. They remembered the way your silence speaks volumes when others run from quiet. They remembered that there is something about you, something they had once sensed as a flicker, now glowing like a dawn that cannot be denied. But before that sacred Friday, you went about your day unaware. You passed through the shadows of Zarenthia, the city of murmurs and secrets, perhaps sipping tea by the old fountain in Eldon Square, not knowing that across the distance, Kaelan was awakening to the truth of you. It arrived not in lightning, not in a dramatic unveiling, but in the subtle unfolding of spirit, a recognition not born of flesh, but of soul, your soul. Elira, they saw you, truly saw you, not as this world tries to shape you, not as the fragmented reflections others project upon you, but as you are formed by the eternal hand. They saw the golden threads of resilience woven through your gentleness. They saw the silent prayers stitched into your smile, the ache behind your kindness, the strength beneath your sorrow. You are a keeper of unseen burdens, the kind of spirit who makes room for others, even when you're barely holding your own pieces together. Kaelan felt the gravity of that. They felt the sacred weight of who you are. This wasn't a shallow infatuation. This wasn't a passing admiration. This was a soul deep recognition. Kaelan saw the fires you've walked through, the betrayals, the losses, the empty nights when even your tears had dried up. They saw your strength not as the absence of pain, but as the willingness to stand anyway. You never crumbled, even in the silence, even in the dark. You stayed and you loved. And that love, it's unlike any they've ever known. It is not loud. It does not demand. It heals quietly. It listens with presence. It forgives with wild grace. They remembered the way you offered a hand when they were sinking, even when you were struggling to breathe yourself. They remembered how you held truth like a lantern, never forcing it, only offering it, glowing softly. They recalled how your words carry weight, not because they are rehearsed, but because they are real. Your authenticity is not a performance, it is the core of your being. And so, on that sacred day, the fog lifted from Kaelan's heart, and the divine allowed them to see. Every whisper they once ignored came roaring into clarity. Every prayer they didn't know they were praying took your shape. You were the answer, not the solution to all their problems, not the missing puzzle piece. No, Elira, you were the divine echo they had long chased in every fleeting connection, the truth they'd glimpsed in dreams, the song they didn't know had lyrics, and in that moment they knew nothing would ever be the same again. You are not merely beautiful, you are luminous. You are not just strong, you are sacred. The shadows in you do not taint your light, they make it real. The scars on your heart do not mar your worth. They are proof of survival, of courage, of fierce compassion that refuses to harden. In the unseen realm, angels watched. Arch-messenger Thalion whispered your name to the stars, and they answered. That day in Valimir was not just an ordinary day. It was the crossing of timelines. It was when Kalen's spirit remembered what their mind had forgotten. It was when the divine breathed alignment into a sacred bond. And yet, you still question your worth. You wonder how you could inspire such revelation, how you, bearer of heartbreak and quiet endurance, could be seen with such clarity. But Elira, the way you pour out love like it's a fountain that never runs dry, it's miraculous. The way you remain tender in a world that rewards indifference, it's revolutionary. The way you stand in the ruins and still choose to build with trembling hands, it's holy. Kalen saw the blueprint of your spirit. They saw the mother in your embrace, the warrior in your silence, the healer in your tears. They saw the dreams you hide in journals and tucked corners of hope. They saw the parts of you that you've told no one about, and they did not flinch. They did not run. They stayed, because something in them said, here, this is where I belong. You may not know this yet, but they carry that knowing in their chest like a vow. Their spirit leans toward yours, like roots toward water. They feel the pull. You are the calm in their storms, the fire in their purpose, the voice that makes silence feel safe. And no matter what noise tries to cloud their mind, their soul remembers you now. Not just your face, not your name, but your essence. You, Elira, are the melody that called them home. There's a reason you feel the shift lately. There's a reason your dreams seem more vivid, your heart more stirred. The alignment has begun. The divine is preparing you both. You are not alone in this awakening. Hearts that are meant to walk side by side often arrive wounded, weary, wondering, but they find one another. They always do. So hold steady. Stay true. Let yourself be seen. And know this, what was revealed to Kalen last Solara's day was not a fleeting emotion. It was a sacred truth that has always been written in the stars. They are not coming because they are missing something. They are coming because they have found something, something rare, something holy. They have found you, and they will not forget. They cannot forget, because the soul does not forget its home. In the unseen tapestry of the divine, a veil lifted last Solace Day. It was not coincidence. In the quiet streets of Calum Hollow, where stars seemed to hum above and the wind knows secrets, something eternal was stirred. The one chosen to walk life beside you, Lysander, saw beyond the veil, not with eyes alone, but with soul awakened. It happened not while searching, but while simply being, guided unknowingly by the breath of Seraphiel, the whispering guardian of true hearts. He did not merely notice you, he remembered you. This remembering was sacred, soul deep, ancient, beyond this lifetime. He saw the way your laughter echoed like healing water in a weary land, the way you offer space to others even when your own heart is fractured, quietly praying behind smiles, shielding others from your storms. He saw the stories behind your silences, the courage in your stillness, the poetry in your pain. He found you not through effort, but through alignment. You, Serena of the radiant fold, a soul of unshakable light wrapped in mortal fragility. He saw the quiet strength within you, not the kind that roars, but the kind that rises after every fall, dust covered yet determined, eyes still burning with hope. You are not who this world made you. You are who the heavens sent here. A love letter written by Elohim into flesh. He was changed by this knowing. The revelation fell on him like dew on dry land. A stillness overcame his chaos. In that moment, as he stood by the ivy-covered gate of old Ismaran Library, something inside him stilled. The storm inside him bowed to the truth of your existence. He remembered dreams he once buried, hopes he was too afraid to name. A voice, not his own, wispy, "Serena, your scars are holy." He saw them, not as shameful bruises, but as shimmering runes of triumph, each one carrying songs of survival. The burn behind your eyes, the tremble in your hands that still reach out, these are not flaws. They are evidence. You've been forged, not broken, not a victim of the fire, but born of it. He wept that night alone. He cried not out of sadness, but out of reverence. For you, for what you carry, for the battles you fought silently while holding everyone else together. He whispered into the stars, "Thank you for preserving her." The stars answered in silence, but the angels heard him. This was not a discovery of flesh, it was a recognition of essence. He saw the wisdom you hold, unlearned yet ever present, the kind passed from throne rooms of the divine into your soul before birth, the way your words, even in passing, settle into aching places in people's hearts and begin to heal them. You never knew. But he saw, in the sacred city of Virelion, among temple ruins, his ancestors once prayed for a companion not of this world's mold, but of heaven's hands. They never knew the answer would arrive in the form of you. Their prayers passed through generations until they found him. And he found you. Lysander felt it before he understood it. He walked the cobbled paths of Calum Hollow differently since that day, noticing the way light danced on windows, the way laughter of children felt like prophecy. Because he had seen you, and something shifted. He knew he was no longer searching. He had found his North Star. You may not know. You may have passed that solace day unaware, brushing your fingers along shelves in the bookstore, sipping tea in your solitude, speaking kindness into someone else's storm. But Seraphiel saw. Seraphiel recorded it in the scrolls of becoming. A turning point was marked. The divine whispered over your name. It begins. He began to remember what he had once asked for. Someone who speaks light into shadow. Someone unafraid to be real. Someone whose honesty is both sword and balm. You. All of you. Even the parts you hide when no one's looking. Especially those. The moment was holy. Not because it was loud, but because it was irrevocable. He saw the past version of you. The child whose tears were unseen. The teenager who wondered if love was real. The adult who kept choosing hope anyway. And he saw the future you. The warrior in white, cloaked in light, no longer bending to shadows. Lysander knew in that moment. His life had just split in two. Before you, after you. And as he sat under the lantern trees, wind rustling the petals of moonflowers, he prayed, "Let me be worthy." He did not pray to possess you, but to rise to meet you, to be a shelter for the shelter giver, to be peace for the peacemaker, to be the one who sees you when you can't see yourself. Do not doubt this, Serena. You may wonder what makes you worthy of such love, but heavens don't measure worth the way this world does. Your love is not transactional, it's transformational. You don't give love, you become love. You love even when it costs you. That's what made the angels weep with joy that solace day. You are rare. You are not too much. You are not too late. You are exactly what this world needs, what he needs. A mirror of heaven's compassion, clothed in earthly skin. And he saw it. He saw the joy you carry, the way you make heavy things light, the way your laughter turns mourning into music, the way your presence transforms ordinary rooms into sanctuaries. You don't try to shine, you just do. You are the light that the darkness could not comprehend. He saw your humility, the way you don't boast even when you're right, the way you lift others when you yourself are on your knees. That balance between confidence and surrender, it is sacred and it is yours. And Lysander said, I found her. He whispered it into the wind, and the wind carried it upward across realms. The cherubim rejoiced. The what? From that day on, your names were bound in heaven. You, Serena of the radiant fold, and he, Lysander of the rooted flame. Two souls, long parted by time, now aligned by divine design. This is not fantasy, this is legacy. You are not alone in this moment. Right now, even as your hands tremble and your eyes search the horizon, legions walk with you, the angels of alignment, the watchers of destiny, and above all, the Eternal One, whose breath shaped your soul, watches with delight as his plan begins to unfold. Let no shadow make you forget this truth. Last Solace Day was not just a day, it was a door. Step through, and if ever you doubt again, return to the knowing. You are the answer to a prayer long prayed. You are the balm to a heart long wounded. You are the home to a soul long wandering. And the heavens are smiling because you, beloved Serena, are finally being seen, not just by your future, but by eternity itself. God bless you. Type yes if you believe in God. Type 1111 if you believe in God.